information that is working. That is the reason why they were free carrying those ammunition from where they are coming from. You can see the distance far from where they are coming from to where they were intercepted by those vigilante boys. So please, to my own candid opinion, I want us to start speaking out to the government. If they can listen to us and put a right channel of security to this country, because we don't have security formation and our insecurity is becoming something alarming that a day will come, you just wake up, you see people gather and start killing somebody. Kidnapping all over Nigeria now. Nothing has been done to it. And that is what prompts all these things. They have been kidnapping people from Uromi, which we have been hearing the information for as long as over 6 months now. But nothing has been done by the same governor in that state. They have representatives in the house. Nobody is speaking about it. But today, some set of guys take laws into their hand and they have did something terrible, which on no condition should a life of a citizen be taken just like that. If not because we are in a lawless country. One life of a citizen matters a lot to me. And therefore, we shouldn't allow any life to just get lost in such manner. So that is my own opinion on that aspect. And I want us to take note of this. We should start speaking up so that the government will hear us.
Thank you for that feedback. While we look, Mr. Tochukwu, while you look forward to choosing the next speaker, I want to draw attention to something. The essence of security, what's the essence of the roadblocks we have across all the Southeast? It is in the north. When you are traveling, you're traveling from one LGA to another without even seeing any checkpoints, except during market days. Anything outside market days, the roads free. But down east, starting from Benue, throughout to the east, you meet so many roadblocks, and you wonder what these guys are doing, you know? And the rate of kidnapping, the rate of insecurity, it keeps increasing on a daily basis. So one begins to wonder, what is the use of all the roadblocks across the road? So this is the question we need to ask ourselves. Then two, it's very strange that a group of people will load themselves in a trailer with whether Dane gun or AK-47, whichever gun is gone, and they load themselves heading towards Uromi. With the spate of insecurity and kidnapping in that region, one would be, if you are in their shoe, definitely you suspect them to be coming for the same mission of kidnapping. There is police outfit in that station, in that Uromi. There are, of course, military base in Edo. So what have they done in respect to the kidnapping? These are fundamental questions we ask ourselves. Okay, they claim to be going for hunting. Who granted them the hunting permits? These are fundamental questions. I'm not supporting the mob actions, but then these are questions that should ring bell in our hearts. So, Tochukwu, you can hang on the mic to the next contributor so that we'll roll it. The next speaker, please.
Ibrahim wants to speak.
All right, Mr.
Good afternoon. Standing on the existing.
All right, can you hear me?
I remind Comrade Degby Sunday.
I think
I want to start.
Comrade.
Yeah.
Are you the one with the mic? I think it's Ibrahim.
Okay. Just speak on. After him, we hear from Ibrahim. Sunday, speak on.
Okay. Like I said, my name is Comrade Degby Sunday from Kwara State, base here. Starting on the
let's limit our contribution to maximum of 2 minutes so that the mic can go around. Thank you.
Okay. let me start from where the last speaker, stopped. You see, in that Uromi, Azi, kidnappers have been terrorizing that Azi for some years now. And these people have been crying day and night, and nobody, respond to their cry to see how they will help these people to solve this problem of insecurity. As you can see, even in the Edo South, that is Ovia Northeast local government. You see, as I speak to you right now, 2 communities have been rendered homeless by this same set of people. And they kill, 2 a.m., they enter the communities and kill, majority of the people in that areas. The few people that survived are no longer there. They ran away from that area. So if eventually, and the revenge, try to revenge now, what will people say? They will say, those people, they are hunters. See, coming back to the Uromi, as the investigation begins, as of today, this afternoon, an eyewitness have come out to speak that when the vigilantes stop this set of people, to challenge them, where are they going with these heaps of ammunition? One of them brought out a knife and stabbed one of the vigilantes with a pool of blood before they head on them and begin to do what they have done. Though none of us, including myself, will not support jungle justice, but they themselves trigger it. Asking you question, where are you going? Where are you going with this ammunition with gun? Even if it is day gun or not. If it is day gun, what government should do, nobody should be allowed to go with any kind of gun. Anyone that wants to go with day gun should register. They can register with the commissioner of police in their state or at the force headquarters in Abuja. You can't just carry a gun and begin to go here and there. You say you are a hunter. Who permits you to go leave northern parts of Nigeria to come and hunt in that Azi? Were there no hunter in that area before now? Those are the questions we need to ask ourselves. So going back to the it's two subjects there. The other one, Senator Neda Imasuen, representing Edo South Senatorial District, and at the same time, you are the chairman, Senate Committee on Ethics, Code and Conduct. That is to say, you'll be able to know the law more than anybody. Changing of seats or argument in the Senate is not starting today. It shall be happening time without numbers. Many people, even Akpabio himself, have argued at the parliament. Senator Remi Tinubu, the same thing. So now that if you are talking of changing of seat, not changing of seat, and this same person is bringing sexual harassment, and you put that aside, and you could not face the reality. So what really means is that if you are in the National Assembly, you are not performing what people are expecting of you. That is to say, the recall process has to begin. You don't blame people if they say they want to go, they want to recall him, because as a chairman, ethics, conduct, or what have you, and we are expecting you to know this thing more than every one of us, and you did not do the needful. So that is it. They have to record him. He's not performing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's hear a submission from Ibrahim, briefly.
All right, thank you for having me once again. My name is Ibrahim Umar. from Plateau State. First of all, I would like to start with saying I firmly believe that we lost it as a society, we lost it as Africans, and we lost it as humans. I believe we all have our own belief system, and one fundamental thing that religion across the board teaches us is humanity, love, and peace. Don't forget the platform that gathers us here, Coalition for the Protection of Democracy. Democracy is a Greek word which literally means rule by the people. So I strongly believe that the people here should at least consider humanity first rather than putting their emotions. I listened to the 3 speakers that talk about the heinous incident that happened at Uromi on Thursday. The first speaker highlighted that it was a deliberate attempt, but his point was pointing out that this was their way of showing their dissatisfaction to the government. The second speaker highlighted that, asked a question that resonated with me, be in their shoe. Why would you have done if you're the one that you see people like that? Which is a very good question. The third speaker justifies the incidents, and I look at it critically, and they say if you want to be just to a topic, be in the shoe of the people. Deliberate attempt, we can't justify jungle justice in any shape or form if we claim to be protecting democracy. At the same vein, wrong is wrong regardless of the source. We should put our emotion aside and talk about what is right and what is not right. Both the poor people in the north and south are sharing the same circumstance of deprivation and manipulation by elites from both regions. The fight is not about North versus South or Muslim versus Christians. The fight is against these few individuals that are using our names in Abuja and looting the treasury of the country. That's how I look at the battle. So if someone will justify an incident because maybe there's that perceived feeling that the people of northern part of Nigeria dominated the democratic the governance in Nigeria, so is a justifiable factor to kill anyone from northern part of Nigeria, then I would say it is totally absurd for anyone, any sane mind to think in that sense. Then second of all, it is not everyone in northern part of Nigeria that is a terrorist. Most of us are suffering from the same fate. Terrorists doesn't have religion, they doesn't have a tribe, and they doesn't distinguish whether you are a Christian or you are a Muslim or you are a Hausa or you are a Igbo or Yoruba. Which brings me to the point I'm trying to make. The most dangerous psychological weapon is human preconception or prejudice, because it stops us from seeing what is right or seeing it only from the lens of our own sentiments. If the people of Borno are suffering from Boko Haram, then some people will run from Borno State and come to, for example, any state in southern part of Nigeria, and you kill them and say they are part of Boko Haram. Is that justice? For me, this is an animalistic way of living with capital letters throughout. We lost it, I said, as humanity. And I find it so difficult to listen to people who will even justify in any way what had happened. By the way, it was proven beyond reasonable doubt that these people have license and they show their license to the vigilante. And the guns they were using were normal traditional guns that even the vigilante that stopped them were using similar guns. Every one of us knows that kidnappers are using sophisticated weapons. They're using AK-47, FM rifles, Jita, and all of these sort of record whatsoever. That vigilante. So it's very hard for me to listen to people justifying something that we claim to be fighting for democracy.
Right, thank you very much, Ibrahim, for that wonderful submission. Now let's hear the next speaker, Nancy Akahalo. Can you hear me? Nancy, if she's not prepared, then let's hear Samson Kingsley wants to speak.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
My name is Samson Kingsley. And as much as no one will always like extrajudicial killing, I would like to let's consider certain things that have also happened. Recently in Edo, before now, there have been security challenges which suggested, contributed to whatever thing that the vigilantes have done. Like the previous speaker said, from the chairman of the security vigilante who came to the channel television, I think yesterday, he sounded it clear that they were the first people who have to bring out dagger from their bags. I am in Bayelsa, and recently we had a similar experience where these so-called herders or hunters go into the bush, harvest people's cassava, kill them, and rape the old ones. And yet, it is not a crime. This man, what is his name? From the north that always come to defend them, came out yesterday because they are killed. He came to defend them. The other time, when it was them that killed, he said that the Fulanis are no longer Nigerians. I am so surprised the way people now project this issue as if it is a new thing. There had been for weeks, or let me be fair, for weeks, insecurity in Edo State. As a result of herders clash, people have left their homes. People have lost their lives in the course of this, and everybody has been quiet. And now, because there was, according to the security leader yesterday, he said there was an intel which warranted them to start searching every vehicle passing through that place to the north, that these people were actually going back to the north. And unless the rifles that were shown to us are not actually the rifles they used, I stand to be corrected in that angle. But if those rifles were the rifles used, what will a hunter be doing with AK-47? What will a hunter be doing with those kind of rifles? In as much as I am not supporting the killings because it is from the north, it is high time, first, our security operators give account of what is happening. It is not only in Edo, I mean in Bayelsa State. Even yesterday, the deputy governor had to have security meetings with use of certain clans as a result of herders' attack. It is getting too much, and these people hide under the cover of government. The other time, what is his name? Is it Mbugara or who? Was even going to negotiate with them in the bush. The currencies that we are seeing in their hands, the hot currencies that we are seeing in their hands, how did they get those volume of monies? Is it through the hunting? I am a Nigerian, and I support that what is good for the guys is also good for the ganjas. Let us treat everything. Everybody should be treated equally. Nobody dies and it becomes good. Whether it is in Edo, in Abia State, in Imo State, death is death. And we shouldn't see the one that have been killed openly to be the only jungle justice. Those women who they killed in the bush, who speaks for them? Those poor men they sent out of their homes in Edo State, in Kogi State, in Bayelsa State, those old women they raped, who will speak for them? I want to appeal to us. Let us, if we want to discuss about these issues, let us look at facts and figures. I have the facts, I have the figures of those ones that happened in Bayelsa recently, where women were raped in the name of hunting. If hunting is that lucrative, why not do it in Sambisa Forest, where we have enough bush for them to hunt? How many acres of land do they have to hunt in Edo State that a full truck of hunters will have to be filled in a truck with guns? And somebody is telling me that is extrajudicial murder. What has been happening in Edo State? Who has spoken about them? Let us please consider the lives of everybody as important as that of the North. That is my own. I just so submit.
All right, thank you from Bayelsa.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Petition, let me correct some assertion so submitted by Mr. Ibrahim. Mr. Ibrahim, you are living in Plateau State, and you've seen life experience of what they call insecurity. You've witnessed how it devastates the community. You witnessed how lives mean nothing when there is insecurity. You know, as you can also confirm that, for instance, liquor is prohibited in Kano, right? And a lot of goods amounting to millions of naira get destroyed because it's not permitted in Kano State. Was there at any time a riot or protest down south because their goods were being destroyed? The answer is no, because they respect constituted authority. Now, you load, people load themselves, you can't even confirm. How can you even confirm their innocence from the button of your phone that they are innocent? No investigation done yet, but you confirm that they are innocent. You know, we have to be open-minded. If talking about extrajudicial killing, Deborah was burnt alive in Sokoto. Till date, was there any investigation concluded and punishment duly meted out? The answer is no. So there have been a lot of injustice that have fueled the current situation. We should not suddenly gain our voice when it affects our region. Every life matters. That is my position. And as a matter of fact, every movement of people from one zone to another, from one state to another, should respect that state you are visiting. You cannot impose your lifestyle on them. I mean, Edo people, due to the kidnapping experiences, they say no more room for hunting, and you say you must hunt. We should learn to respect states. They have their bylaws. They should be respected. That's my position. It's regrettable that it's happening this way. And as a matter of fact, it's as a result of bad government that have not worked out justice system that is believed by the people. Many cases where people submitted, complaint to police or hand over such criminal syndicate or suspects to the police. What happened at the end of the day? They get released through the back door. You cannot deny this fact. So if we want a country that works for all, let us sit down and correct our justice system. It's not working. And that's what makes people to take laws into their hands. I so submit. Next speaker, please. Honorable IG, please have the mic. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go on, please, go on.
Mr. Christian, I am not jumping into conclusion that these people were completely not guilty. What I was saying is too wrong can never make a right. You get you. Mr. I personally condemn. Listen, you talk and I listen to you. I believe I deserve the same
Mr. Ibrahim, this is not a forum for arguments. I've only put out for the
Like due process have lost in the network.
Can I go on? Can I go on?
Like due process
Anyone?
network is bad.
I guess we have some network challenges. Yes, so, but right on, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. The little thing I want to contribute in this security issue in the country is that it's not a new thing. Anyone that is something that, like the security in Nigeria is a new thing, the person is getting it wrong. This insecurity have caused a lot of things in Nigeria. And it seems like no one is talking about it. But even as some people that are talking about it, it's not making any impact in the security aspect of Nigeria, and is making me to think otherwise. Starting from when the food items in Nigeria started going on, if you tell me, if I buy Gary from you today, 500, I come next time you tell me that it's 600, I might buy. But if I come back, you tell me that the same Gary that I bought last week is now 2,000, from 500 to 2,000. I will ask you why, what is going on? And you have to explain to me, because I'm buying it with my money. When I found out, when I investigated what is going on, even Gary that we're getting from our house is going on. Is it because of dollar or what? That was when I found out that these people that they call hunters, they branded them hunters. They have infiltrated all the bushes in Nigeria. They no longer allow our people to go to farm. They rape our women across all the country. They pursue them from the bush. Those that are going to, they are paying, some of them are paying bills. They are paying weekly bills to those so-called hunters in the bush. Can you ask any of them where is their house? Where are they living in the town if they are hunters? Because hunters need to go home after hunting. So those people, they are not hunters. They are not hunters. They should leave the bush. If I have the power to do it, nobody should stay overnight in the bush. After hunting, go home. If you want to stay in Warri, come to Warri, rent house so that I will know where you are staying. If you want to stay in Kaduna, come to town and rent house. When you want to hunt, go and hunt. After hunting, you go to your house. If you want to stay in Benin, the same thing. After hunting, if the government permits you to go and hunt, after hunting, you go to your house. But these people will stay in the bush. They don't allow our people to come to the bush again. They will rape our women, kill some, kidnap others, and they keep on demanding ransom from them. So the security issue is not only in Edo State, it's across all the country. These people have sponsored bills. they have sponsored most people that have risen up against insecurity. But my understanding to it is that the key players of this insecurity are at the top. They are not below, because if they are below, the insecurity in Nigeria would have stopped. So I'm using this module to call on us, all of us, to understand the impact of insecurity in our country. Nobody should call north or east or south. There's insecurity everywhere. If you don't know, let me tell you. Why should we have IDP camp in Benue? Why should we have IDP camp in Imo State? For what reason? And we have government. The government will use our money to sponsor IDP camp, to give them food. For what reason? You allow we claim that you are a leader, you are governor, you are president, you are in the seat. People are pushing the people you are leading, you are representing. They pursue them from their house, they kidnap others, they kill some. Even when after paying ransom, they still kill some of them. And governments are providing a home for IDP camp, internally displaced people from where they originally stay. And nothing is being done to those who pursue them from where they are staying. What is happening in Nigeria we need revolution in all aspects, especially in security. If I have the power, I will seize Nigeria. I will seize Nigeria as in I will put Nigeria. I will just shock Nigeria like electricity and eliminate all these stories that does not rhyme with what we are doing. So this issue of insecurity is a nationwide case. When I was in the East, I thought that this insecurity was only happening in the East or in Benue. I went to the South. I saw the same insecurity, that the insecurity is not only in the North, it's not only in the East, it's not only in the South, it's not only in the West. They have infiltrated all the bushes in the country. And we don't know where these people are coming from. If I'm a state governor today, no hunter should cross my land. I will even have a toll gate. Nobody, before you cross my state, you verify you, both from land and air, both from the bushes and the roads. You can't just cross my state and tell me that you are coming to hunt. What is in my state you are hunting? Go back to your state. You have more bushes than me.
Right, thank you very much, Honorable Koro. Ijoma, let's hear from you, the next speaker.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me, sir?
Ijoma, your line is breaking. Your line is breaking.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can't hear you clearly.
I'm straining my ears to hear you.
Wow, I don't know what the problem is. So
Just change the environment where you are. Leave that environment. Go to the other side.
If you are using an earpiece, please take it off. Please, it's not clear. Please, let's move on to another person, please.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for having me once again. As I wanted to respond to what my brother Chris rightly quotes that I grew up in Plateau State, so definitely I know what insecurity is all about. I think that's the reason why I feel I am in the right position to talk about the danger of insecurity and the danger of generalizing a particular group of people through stereotype. I know what generalization costs people. If you go to Plateau State and something is going on in Plateau State, they don't care who you are. If you are in the area of the Muslims and you happen to be a Christian, you fall victim without even knowing what is going on. And that's because of generalization. That's the danger of generalizing everyone. And again, he talked about Deborah's death. I personally condemn the killing, the inhumane and barbaric killing of Deborah Samuel. And that's what I expect everyone to do here if we are being consistent. If you will destroy something, if you condemn something and support something that is equally or even worse, then I'll start questioning how genuine you are in presenting your own arguments. We condemn the killing of Deborah Samuel, condemn the killing of these people. The idea that there is insecurity all over the country doesn't justify the way these people are being killed, and that's a fact. If we are fighting for democracy, some people are even suggesting that everyone should stay in his own states. And I believe they don't even understand the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If Nigeria is a country, then there is a right of every citizen to move across the country without stopping him, except if what he's doing goes contrary to the Constitution, if he's inflicting terror to the land. So, and you need to verify before you jump into conclusion, because the danger of this sort of thing is that it will create an endless loop of retaliation. For every action, there must be a reaction. That's the law of nature. And if there's something that happened in southern part of Nigeria, happened in northern part of Nigeria, what will happen? You're exposing, you're just in your comfort zone, in a state you know you are safe. There are northerners in southern part of Nigeria. There are southerners in northern part of Nigeria. And you are exposing their life to danger because these mobs are everywhere, believe me. So I am not saying that killing of another person in another place is right, but two wrong can never make a right. If we're going to condemn one thing, let us be consistent. That's my stand.
Yes, sorry, I had a network glitch. I've heard your last submission, and I agree with that. That extrajudicial killing, wherever it happens, stand condemned. That would be my position. It's just that you are not getting it. You are not getting what I was trying to say. My point remains that it's not ideal the way some people are coming out to speak. And you begin to wonder, where were these voices when so thing were happening? That's my position. And the whole insecurity is just the exposure to the fact that the government of the day has failed everybody. If not for government failure, how should people travel that distance going? So let's roll on the conversation. If you have a contribution, please unmute the mic and speak. Thank you. All right, go on.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Christian. I want to say I've been listening to all the conversations since. Now, it's something that we have established here. Two wrongs does not make a right. Extrajudicial killing is wrong. But again, also have established that the what they call them now, these people that pretend to be hunters, them actually not hunters, but they have before now or for a very long time now, they have indulged in kidnapping and making life uncomfortable for innocent Nigerians to the extent that people cannot even go to their farms again. People cannot walk freely again. You know, a lot of incidents being recorded, especially in the state, as I speak to you now. In a lot of the local south, people cannot go to farm. Somebody mentioned of via Northeast. There's also all of those government. People don't go to farm any longer. So now I think it is high time that we actually put our voice together collectively, because the issue as it is not among us, as has also been established here. It's not among us, the populace. The issue is in the hands of those that are expected to set the rules, those that are expected to govern the people. So it is high time we collectively put our voice together and begin to call these guys out on a daily basis to ensure that they are able to do their jobs, and ensure that they give the first responsibility of any government is to ensure that there's security for the people. Most collectively through whatever all level of communication, begin to call out the government on a daily basis. And if it's a situation where we even have to march on the road, we should mobilize our people to march on the road and say, no, enough of this rubbish. Our people must have security. If you don't go to farm, how do you get food to eat? I just mentioned here now about the high cost of things because people can no longer access their farm. So this is totally unacceptable as far as I am concerned. That is that on the Uromi killing. Then I'll just mention swiftly on the Neda case. I think on the Neda case, I think it's also high time we begin to actually take advantage of the window of reviewing what our representatives at the House of the National Assembly are actually doing. Because for me, the issue of recalling Neda is like the last camel, the last straw that breaks the back of the camel. Because Neda has been responsible to his people before now. I'm not sure his people would have gone to that extent of wanting to have a recall on him. So perhaps, or absolutely, he has not been living up to his responsibility before now. It was like his people looking for a window to make this happen. Up until you had this Natasha problem, and as soon as this Natasha problem came up, it was like, okay, this is they have gotten enough of this guy. He has to come home. So it is high time we actually try to utilize this window of recall to checkmate our representatives, so that to ensure that they're actually representing the people very well in the House and doing what they should do, and not the other way around, the one they try to do with Natasha. Let us probably utilize this window of recall at our various constituencies. That would be my contribution. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Agbani, for well contributed. We appreciate your inputs. Mr. Ibrahim, please, can you mute your mic? You seem to be giving us some feedback. Thank you. So in respect to the recall, as a matter of fact, Mr. Agbani, I was sleeping and I was thinking about it, that they thought they want to undo Natasha, but they actually opened the eyes of the voters, the electorates, the constituents, into one aspect of the Constitution that have not been activated since independence. We've never really think about recall, but now they have drew our attention to that aspect and expect more of recall. Aside from Neda, there's another recall that is going on. The notice has been sent to INEC, and there will be more of recalls now coming in, because those guys at the National Assembly, they are not impressing. They are not impressing their constituents. And I equally think that why not? We should even take away, there should be a window where the Nigerian people should be able to put themselves together and organize a recall process against a sitting president that is not performing. We should not leave the process entirely for National Assembly. It's all about constitutional review. You know, I'm beginning to think in that line, and it's worth doing. So subsequently, there will be more bills coming in to offer citizens opportunity of recalling their representatives, especially when they are not performing. Thank you. Whose hand is up? Please unmute your mic and speak. Thank you. Someone's hand is up. Can you unmute?
Okay.
Oh, national chairman, sir.
All right. Well, good compliments of the day to the Parliament. I don't know how to address the colleagues. Do I say Mr. Speaker? But then the issues we have are very, very, very sensitive indeed. The introduction of the NYSC was intended, and I believe still intended, to make it possible for the future of Nigerians to be more united, to get to know each other, to get to respect the various cultures of other Nigerians. I guess it is a fallout of the Nigerian Civil War, which is a very regrettable incident. Although it didn't quite, it's not a solution, but the idea of making people to live across their boundaries is very key. And when such people live across their boundaries, it is expected that the host community should also welcome one another. But so far actually it has been fine. People have been intermarrying. You have Igbos marrying Lantan girls, there's some Hausa people, marrying from Lagos, from different places. It's been mixing, maybe not at the rate we want or at the rate Gawan wanted. But the idea here is there is a need for understanding. Unfortunately, up till today, most part of the North, when I say North, I'm just generalizing in quote, do not understand very well the culture of the southern part of Nigeria. And then most part of the South call everybody from River Benue upwards Anyasa. But now things are beginning to evolve. Young people are beginning to come up and speak out, and clarity is on the matter. The incident of Uromi is highly regrettable. We can't say this enough. Two wrongs cannot make a right. But then nobody will be at peace if his cousins, his wife, his children have gone to the farm and some of them return and others didn't. And for us to actually remedy that, it has to be a two-way thing. It cannot be generalized. Just as the governor of Edo State had taken prompt action, get the people who did this and bring them to book, it should also be whenever any person goes to the farm and he has headache or is intimidated by herders, there should be that same equal response. Why things go wrong is because there is no consequence, or there has not been consequence, and it will escalate. When Boko Haram started, it was treated with kids' gloves. They took all the Chibok girls. Up till now, some of them are not, no consequence for actions like that. And the fault is on governance. The fault is governance. They have the authority, they have the machinery, but they lack the will. If there is like the case of the other COPDEM guy from Anochia who was trying to vie for chairmanship of his local government, he was attacked in his own farm. He barely survived. Nothing was done. So how do we want it? Once the government seems to be lopsided in approaching issues like this, it will likely escalate. And then the bad thing is, it may have just happened in Edo, but you may have a response in Niger State, or innocent people who were not the culprits. Because when you begin to give it a religious connotation, when you begin to give it an ethnic connotation, there is always a likelihood that more innocent people will get to be victimized. I believe that if within Nigeria, especially since the coming of this administration, if there was more proactive response and equal treatment of herders and farmers, or indigenous tribes and the visiting herders, if there was that kind of collaboration, it will not have gotten this bad. If they do wrong, you send a team, get those people and bring them to order. If within the citizens are hostile to the herders, get them, give them equal treatment. It will have gone away. But for 8 years of Buhari, no single Fulani man has been jailed. How do you expect the people to feel? Tinubu has come in. Yes, we have some semblance of peace around the middle belt, but it's still happening. But at least there's some trying, a little effort. But they should nip this about. It has gotten to the point where Nigeria should declare a state of emergency on security, shut down the country for a month if possible, comb all the nooks and crannies, get the people to surrender their arms, provide security at those places, and the country will be better. But as long as there's insecurity, the farmers can't go to farm. Food security will also drop. You are not sure your son is coming back from the market. Those of our children who went for NYSC in Maiduguri, we're not sure they are coming back. Now, even if they go for NYSC in Delta State, we're not sure they are coming back. So government has to meet the same resolve, the same consequence. When you do wrong, they should track you down and bring you to book. Then we'll have better Nigeria. So, well, we cannot excuse that. We cannot excuse the actions. But let us be more understanding so that we don't victimize the wrong people along the way, because we are all on the road, and let's pray for a better Nigeria. But more than prayer, those in the echelons of power, the security network, and the judiciary, the executive, they must be up and doing. Not like that shady judgment they gave the guy from Adamawa just for defending his life in his own farm. So we need to have these people who stand up. Just a sentence now pertaining the issue of legislature. We don't have a legislature in Nigeria. A legislative arm of government is supposed to represent the people. All of them, they are representing themselves, apart from a few. They are just blatantly representing themselves. Look at the kind of bills they are passing. National anthem. What does it add? What does it? Okay, how much are you earning per month? Nobody wants to talk. Few people that will talk suspension. Why? Why are they afraid of it? Okay, we have hardship. You should reduce your own allowances and everything to show empathy. Now lie, you can't touch that one. Okay, support us, bring out bills. They are looking for bills that anybody above 60 should not be president. Who cares? They want to now begin to create 36 more states. For what? We're suffering from cost of living. It's like this, the Council of Ahithophel has disturbed them. That when the process that brings you out is not excellent, it's like there's a delusion given to you free of charge that you keep messing up. Spending 800 million on a national anthem that my son can rewrite. Why do we have such corrupt people in office? There should be more recalls. Thank God COPDEM had some Twitter space with big, beautiful speakers like Due Process here, Tomo, and some others. We need to recall them. If they are not doing their jobs right, then we, the citizens, have the duty to call them to order. You get the numbers, bring them back home and send somebody that will speak for us. We have it on process. Let's follow due process. Thank you. Let me leave it there.
Thank you, National Chairman. Yeah, you sum it up all. And the next speaker, please. Techno 04.
Hello, good afternoon. Should I say, permit me to use the word parliamentarians? All right, my name is Anthony Nsima.
All right.
Presently, I am in Ekpoma in Edo State, and that is Edo Central as I speak. I'll quickly touch on the two things and then try to make sure that I'll be as quickly or as fast as possible because we've had excellent speakers before me. So I wouldn't want to unnecessarily repeat what every other person have said. But firstly, I want to ask a question because I don't know this one. This recall process, how does it work? In the sense that, because if my memory doesn't fail me, I have not seen one yet. I am 47 years of age, but I have not seen one recall, but I stand to be corrected. So my question is, how does it work? And now if a recall is successfully done, what happens to that seat? Is it a member of that same party that would replace the person that was being recalled, or INEC in this case would conduct another election? Please, I really like to understand how it works. And then secondly, on this the Uromi killing, while at home today, because of the holidays, my wife called me that
are you still there?
we are here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Go on. Okay, thank you. So I was saying that while at home today, I remember I said I am in Ekpoma. My wife called me this morning to say that there were a little that people were just running around because she had a shop here in Ekpoma, and so she had to shut down. They made a lot of them close shops. And what was the reason? She said that there was this rumors that some guys, some northern guys were gathering to come and retaliate, but I don't really know how true that was. But you can just imagine that everywhere shut down. That goes to show, or goes to agree with what some of us have said as speakers concerning this. A president once said in this country, or a man once said that if insecurity lasts beyond certain hours or certain days, then those at the top should have questions to answer. Unfortunately, we now that are at below, we at the grassroots, we are the ones suffering it. And it's painful because those people at the top, they have weaponized things like religion, they've weaponized ethnicity, and so we begin to see ourselves as a problem. But the truth of the matter is that we are not the problem. Our leaders at the top are the problem. Because if what should be done has been done in terms of curbing and fighting insecurity, you and I will not be here today saying I'm from the north, or I'm from the south, or I'm from one place or the other. Somebody mentioned what happened in during our civil war, which was very, very regrettable, which wouldn't have happened in the first place. And unfortunately, I dare say that we as Nigerians have not even learned anything. Everything that caused that civil war is still before us today. And if nothing is done about it, I fear what will become of us in years to come. I want to rest my case here. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your question. Tochukwu, will you want to take it, or I should take it? The question she asked.
Continue.
All right. For the recall process, is a process. There is a provision for recall of a senator or a House of Rep member by the constituents who feel he or she is not representing them well. But then, due to the nature of Nigerians, we've not been able to think in that direction until the issue of Senator Natasha came up, and they organized that failed fraudulent recall against her. So recall in the Constitution provides that if the constituents feel a member, their representative at the National Assembly is not representing them well, they can choose to recall that senator or House of Rep member back. And how will it be done? They'll serve the INEC a 14 days notice to put themselves together and be ready to come down to the constituency to conduct a fresh election. And that election is not necessarily left in the hands of that political party. No, it's a general election for that purpose. all parties that contested the previous position will be available to recontest and present their candidates. And any winner that emerge will represent that constituency at the National Assembly. And there are conditions. One, the phone numbers, the signatures, the addresses, the email, as well as thumbprint or signature of those who are standing in from the constituency, who are voters of that constituency, and with their voters' registration number as well, confirming that, yes, they want to recall their senator and vote in another candidate. So the first assignment is to conduct that signature collection, which was fraudulently done at Kogi Central, because not all the signatures have contact address. Not all the signatures have phone numbers for verification. So INEC rejected it on that basis. So for a recall to go successful, there must be phone numbers of all the signatures of those collected. There must be addresses. They must be verifiable to be real member of that constituency who are voters in that constituency. I don't know if that answers your question, man.
Yeah, thank you so very much. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you very much.
All right. So do we have more questions so that we can wrap up the program?
All right.
Okay, IG.
I want to add something.
Just add something briefly. Okay.
No.
Yeah. I remember that COPDEM had a program, I think on PDM, where Ambassador Ian Smith gave a very important description. You could check the DDM website and you have the recall, and would like to also share it with you if you are interested, the recall process. And let me quickly tell you, the democracy itself, the Constitution can be managed as it is, but those within the echelons of power have hijacked and refused to follow up. The president has immunity, which means he cannot be recalled. But the job, one of the duties of the National Assembly is to make a check to the Assembly that adds up to they are like special assistant president. And I believe such a team should be recalled. And they are supposed to also defend us as the electorate, that is members of the National Assembly. They are supposed to protect our yearnings, our aspirations. They are supposed to, when we ask for constitutional reforms. So when that National Assembly, whether as a body or House of Reps or Senate or a member, is not to represent the due process, only the people that have the power recall and somebody Nigeria, especially the 70 million who did not participate in 2023 elections, to know that the country will remain in this direction of deterioration until we exercise our powers duly to put our senators and House of Rep members in check. Thank you.
All right, I want to add something. Can you hear me?
Yes, go on.
Okay, I thank you very much, National Chairman of COPDEM, because I want to speak on the two matters. The first one, on the issue of reform. I'm happy that Nigerians are beginning to open their eyes, beginning to be acclimatized to the other powers available to them or at their disposal, because some Nigerians thought in the past that they only had the power of election And every 4 years, they exert this power. And after that, they go back home. But the Natasha saga has opened our eyes that we have other strands of power that we can use before resorting to violence, or somebody said revolution. So the power of recall is a good thing. And it is a good thing also that the national chairman of COPDEM has said something about referring our listeners to the process of recall, because COPDEM is a civil society organization. It is not a political party. It is not a pressure group like NUT. It is just an independent group that has political interest, not just for a particular side of the country, but all Nigerians, despite, regardless of religion, tribe, ethnicity. So it is a good thing that civil society organizations like COPDEM educate the people on matters like this, so that they will be have the knowledge and know how to act, and not just acting foolishly or being a daredevil or something like that. So I thank you very much. Then on the second topic we discussed today, which borders on the Doe incident. It was a very unfortunate incident. It reminds me of the word of this man, Chinedu Nsofo. Chinedu Nsofo is a founder of meritocracy philosophy. He defined democracy in Nigeria as demon crazy. Demon crazy. The demons, who are the demons? They are politicians who involve themselves in corruption, who involve themselves in embezzlement of public funds. They make poverty a norm in Nigeria. They are the source of provocation. So they are the demons. So they are the one dishing out all negative elements. Why the crazy are the people? We are the crazy people. That is why that craziness is always demonstrated when you have jungle justice. So democracy is translated into demon crazy, which is not supposed to be, because democracy is all about the people. That is why I say that in a democracy that is experiencing failure, the people should be held responsible, not even the leaders. I'm not saying this to please the politicians, but I'm saying this because that is the fact. In an autocracy, you have the leaders who have the ultimate power. So if anything goes wrong, the leaders are to be blamed. But in a democracy that talks about the people, it means that if anything happens or goes wrong, the people should be blamed because they have the power. Now, let me give you a simple logic to understand democracy. Do you know that in Nigeria, the people can impeach the president? The how is that, of course, the Constitution says that that power resides in the National Assembly. But with this power of recall that we have been oriented with, the people can impeach the president. How? If the president is not doing well, just like recently President Tinubu declared a state of emergency in Rivers State. And you saw the frenzy of rejection, the frenzy of revulsion, and dissatisfaction across Nigeria. Now, if the people did not like what the president did, that state of emergency, what they should have done was to have, called upon their lawmakers in the National Assembly, urge them or pressure them to impeach the president. That is it. So if they did not happen and just stay back in their houses, criticize the government, no. You are the power, you are the leaders. Those in power are just representatives. You have the ultimate power because we are in a democracy. We are not in an autocracy. So what I'm saying in earnest is that it is very sad indeed that we have found ourselves in a situation where the people in a democracy are powerless. It is an irony because power does not belong to the people in the Nigerian democracy, but power belongs to those in the corridors of power. So I think we should acclimatize ourselves more to these kinds of power, the power of recall, the power of election, the power of peaceful protest, before talking about revolution or violence. Thank you. Ibrahim wants to speak.
All right, thank you very much. You all spoke well. That's the beauty of democracy, and that's the beauty of unity. And what I want to add is the fact that we have so much in common that what divides us. We are all united in poverty, in hardship, insecurity, and all of that. But we are divided only on religion, region, and ethnicity. And the question we should be asking ourselves is, who is benefiting from this division? Definitely, there are people that instigate this division and they are enjoying from it, and they don't like to see us united. So that's what breaks my heart when I see people dividing themselves. Well, the real problem is not the people, but these people that are using our name. They will claim they love us because politics is an emotional investment. It is logical for you to divide the people, to rule them. So that's why I don't like to see people dividing themselves. If we're fighting for democracy, we should start advocating for unity. Let the people come together. Let's fight our problem, not fighting ourselves. Thank you very much once again.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. Okay, Mr. NHL Job, please. I think it will be our last contributor for the day. We'll continue tomorrow.
Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate everyone here this afternoon. I want to stop from where the last speaker
Sorry, are you using earpiece?
Yes.
Please remove it.
Okay, can you hear me clearly now?
Loud and clear.
Okay. I want to start by saying this. Arbitrary aims of politicians. Democracy is yet to be born in Nigeria. We need to know this today. What are the arbitrary aims of politicians in Nigeria? What is their actual aims? And why are they there not doing anything? Please note this again. If we are to speak in unity, we must throw away our ethnicity. We must throw away our religion. It's one of our major problems in this country. And we must speak in one voice through unity. If we cannot unite, there is no way we'll achieve anything in this country, because the reason why all this we are talking since morning, since this afternoon, we have been talking on insecurity, this, that. What is actually taking us there is because some set of people unite and they want to divide us so that they will be on that power seat forever. We need to look towards this aspect of our democracy in Nigeria. Nigeria is not practicing democracy. How we even say it is an anarchical system of government than democracy. Because whatsoever they are doing, look at the case of Natasha, who the case I believe is now the eye-opener to every one of us here. If you see what happens in the house, if you follow it, I'm a kind of person, I follow their parliament every single sitting. I don't miss up any one of their sitting like this. You can see the way our parliament is. Nobody is ready for the truth. And whatsoever they are doing there, they are just doing it for the purpose of themselves and for themselves. How do we now come in to break these barriers that is happening to us in Nigeria? by the youth coming out by themselves. Everything is not about revolution. I don't believe in revolution. Sorry to say this. I'm not a believer of revolution. I always believe if we have a peaceful protest, something will change the system of this government. But because most of us are cowards, we don't speak out. We don't come out to speak when issues happens. We keep quiet. We fold it under our bed and we sleep on it. Now it's now becoming alarming. Everybody is now coming out. See, I'm not trying to prophesize a doom. There are many things coming up again. If we Nigerian youth did not rise against it, certain things are coming, which I will not be mentioning here because it's an online platform. But I will assure you, in the next 1 year, you'll still hear something terrible compared to what is happening now, because every angle now is now investing in terrorism. Virtually most of these politicians are investing in terrorism because they know this is the only way they can get their money and get the people. That is why we need to find a lasting solution. We need to go back to our various homes, think and have a mindset, draw out some plans that can help Nigeria. We shouldn't sit and talk from time to time. Let's find a lasting solution to this. And I believe in God. God will help each and every one of us who have the mindset for Nigeria to be good. God will help us to achieve such aim in Jesus' name. Thank you all and God bless you.
Okay, thank you. I want to agree with you. As a matter of fact, states that have insecurity, they have security votes. Is a huge amount of money that goes to that state. And that's the reason why states find a way to introduce insecurity in their states. State governors have a role to play when it comes to the security of their states. Let's not deceive ourselves. There's a lot government can do to curb insecurity, but it's deliberate. It's deliberate. As a matter of fact, there is an agenda to stop Nigerians from going to the farm so that we will not depend on foreign food. They want to reduce Nigerians' population. The black man population is the target. They are trying at all costs. They tried through COVID, it didn't work. They tried through lockdown, it didn't work. Now, they want to kill us with hunger. And how do you kill the people with hunger? When the farmers can no longer go to farm. As a matter of fact, personally, I invested almost 2 million naira on farming last year. But what I got from it, the value is less than 300,000. Are you encouraging me to go to farm this year? And what really happened? Fulani headsmen helped me to finish it. When I went to police station, police, they told me that I don't have a case. I should have come with a cow. I should have arrested the cow and bring it to police station. Tell me, for crying out loud, how is that possible? So these are issues that are bordering on our country. And for us to solve it, we have to approach it with an open-minded. That something is wrong, that has to be corrected. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for attending this show today at COPDEM People's Parliament. Someone still have his hands raised? Okay, you have already spoken, Mr. Jacob. So we'll be wrapping up the show here, and we look up to hosting you tomorrow for yet another edition of COPDEM People's Parliament. Mr. Tochukwu, you want to have a closing remark?
Well, I want to thank everyone that participated in this program. I want to see more people join this program, because this platform offers an opportunity to bring what has been eating you up, what you think is wrong with the system and the solution, or ways in resolving or addressing the issues. This platform is a very great forum for you to air your views. So please, next time, do endeavor to invite your friends, invite your families to join, so that they would, even if you don't have any contribution, just listen to contributions made by other people and ask questions. Thank you.
Yes, we have one of the group chat of COPDEM. The link is on the chat box. You can please locate it in case you've not joined COPDEM, so that you can join us and assist us to reshape our activities and make it better. Our goal at COPDEM is to ensure that Nigeria works for all through active engagement like we're doing on this platform. So we look up to you being a resourceful member of this COPDEM People's Parliament. When you join the group, we'll be dropping the link for constant programs as they come up. So thank you and God bless you all, and have a lovely, lovely Salah celebration. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you.